Hi friends, welcome back. I am Miss Al and I am going to be giving you a lesson this week about life on the farm. We are going to learn a bunch of new things about farming and animals that belong in a farm. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys and let's start our presentation. So we're going to do our reading and writing foundations. And the topic of the week is on the farm. So I put a cow here and then a tractor because there's a lot of things that go into farming, or there's different types of farms as well. So let's get to it. Today's agenda, we have our alphabet chant, our letter review practice, high frequency word or read aloud, and materials for today are paper, pencil, and crayons. That's all we're gonna need. So let's go ahead and start doing our alphabet chant on the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Beautiful. Let's go ahead and do our letter of the day. So this is how we do our letter S in sign language. So this, it's like if you're holding up a fist, okay? So S, I'm going to do the chant and I want you guys to listen because then you're going to do it with me. So S, S, see the letter, hear the sound, S. Okay, do it with me. S, see the letter, hear the sound, S. And we have the picture of the sun here. So sun starts with the letter S, and what is the beginning sound in sun? Right? Good job. And our little square here says that we have a mystery box today. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I have my mystery box ready. So I wonder what's inside my mystery box. Let's see. So I'm going to give you a clue. I have 3 items in here. I'm going to give you a clue and you have to guess what's in here, okay? So if you need time to think, you can pause the video after I'm done saying the clues and then you can share with someone at home. So the first item in my mystery box, this item we use on our feet. We usually use this item during the summertime. I think those are 2 good clues. So we use it in our feet and we use it during the summertime. So what are things that we use on our feet and that we use in the summertime? Think about it. If you need time to pause the video to think, that's okay. And then share with someone, okay? So our first item is a sandal. Sandal. What is the beginning sound in sandal? Good job, boys and girls. If you guys got that, if you have a paper next to you, put a little check mark that you got it. If you said shoe, that's also okay. Shoe starts with the letter S. So make sure you give yourself a pen in the back. This next item is an item of clothing, so a clothing item. We wear it on the top of our body, on the bottom of our body. And they can be long sleeve, short sleeve. What do you think it is, boys and girls? It is a shirt. A shirt. What is the beginning sound in shirt? Well, that one's a tricky one because the beginning sound is sh. because we have the SH, but the first letter in shirt is S, okay? So I know that was a tricky question, but still, again, shirt begins with the letter S, shirt. Okay, our last item, we find this item at the beach. We can find them all different shapes and sizes. We find them along like where the sand is, the sand area. And sometimes we can hear the ocean through them. What do you think it is? It's a shell. This is a shell. And just like shirt, shell also begins with the SH. But what is the first letter in shell? S, right? All of our items began with the letter S. Seashell, shirt, and sandal. Good job, boys and girls. Maybe you guys can do a mystery box for your parents at home if you find things around your house that start with the letter S. Let's go back into our presentation and see what we have next. So let's go ahead and practice how to do the letter S, write the letter S. So you can stay on the screen if you want to pause now, or if you want to continue with me, I'm going to do it on the whiteboard. So it says, start just below the top, curve back, and then curve forward and around. So start just below the top, curve back, then curve forward and around, okay? I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to scoot you guys closer so you guys can see. Again, if you want to stay in the screen, that is totally okay. Will stop sharing my screen now and I'm going to push you guys closer. Okay, friends, I am going to do my lines and I want you guys to get out your materials, your piece of paper, and your writing utensil. I want you guys to watch me first, then we're going to do it together, okay? So it said start just below the top, curve back, then go forward, then around. Oh, that's a weird S. Looks weird. Let's try that again, Miss Al. So we start at the top, we just below the top, curve back, then curve forward, then around. So just like that. My S's are looking a little funky today. So start just below the top, curve back, curve forward, and curve around. Beautiful. That one was a great example. Let's do it again. And let's do it together now. Remember how we hold our pencil, okay? Our tripod grip. So we start just below the top, curve back, curve forward, then around, okay? Start just below the top, curve back, curve forward, curve around. Start at the top, just below the top, curve back, curve forward, curve around. Okay, I know the S can be a little tricky, but we got this. I know you do. So let's go ahead and check our lowercase. If you need more practice with the letter S, the capital letter S, feel free to pause the video here and continue practicing, okay? So let's see. Start just below the middle, curve back, then curve forward and around. Oops. Start just below the middle, curve back, and then curve forward and around, okay? So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to erase my capital S, and we're going to practice our lowercase s, okay? So we have our lines. Again, I will do them first, and then you will do it with me, okay? So start just below the middle, curve back, curve forward, curve around, okay? Start just below the middle, curve back, curve forward, and around. Start just below the middle, curve back, curve forward, and around. Are you ready to practice with me? Let's do this. Start just below the middle, curve back, curve forward, and around. Start just below the middle, curve back, curve forward, and around. Start at the just below the middle, curve back, curve forward, and around. Good job, boys and girls. I am sending you a big round of applause from my house to yours because you guys are doing amazing with practicing letters. Again, if you need more practice, that is okay. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time, okay? I'm going to scoot you guys back a little bit, and let's get going with our lesson. Continue. Let's see. So I is the high frequency word of the week. I. Can you say I? I. So I'm going to read these sentences here, and I want you, when you hear the word I, to go like this, okay? So let's begin. I like riding my bike. I like swimming. I like hiking. Now, I want you guys to listen because the words are not on the screen. I'm going to give you a new set of sentences. And when you hear the word I, what are we going to do, boys and girls? Point to each other, to ourselves. So, I like Chinese food. I like Italian food. I am happy. Are you happy? Did you hear the word I? Nope, we did not hear the word I in that sentence. So we should not have been pointing at each other, okay? At ourselves, I'm sorry. So I is the high frequency word of the week. That is an easy one to remember because it's only one letter, I. So let's get started with our read aloud. Wake up, big barn. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Piggies love a mud bath. So pigs love to roll around in the mud. Hee-haw, hee-haw. Moo, moo, moo. Wiggle, wiggle, weather vane, windy day. Nay, nay, hey. Hip hop, beep bop, farm frogs, rock hop. So these are frogs. Corn time, snack time. Wheel stop, chug-a-ching. Flap, flap, fly. Cherries fall, ping, ping. Let's eat pie. Owls on the night shift, shooby hooby hoo. Good night, big barn. Good night, you. So that was the end of the read aloud. It was really short and sweet. So I want you guys to think, if you owned a barn, what animals would you own? Would you own a horse? Would you own pigs, chicks, and chickens, lamb maybe, sheep? What animals would you own? I think I would own horses because I really like horses. Yesterday's lesson, we drew our favorite farm animal, and I picked horses. So what did you pick? Maybe you want to have more than one animal on your farm. That is okay. I'm going to scoot you guys closer because I'm going to walk you through the activity as you're doing it with me, okay? Okay, friends. So I'm going to erase my whiteboard. And again, if we owned a barn or a farm, what animals would we have? I say I would have a horse. So I'm going to use this construction paper, and I'm going to recycle my horse from yesterday. Recycle means when we use it again. So I am going to use the horse that I drew or that I colored yesterday for my pictures. And I'm going to cut him out because if I owned a farm or a barn with animals in it, I would have a horse for sure. I think horses are beautiful animals. So you could either draw or you could use the pictures from yesterday, or even I will link for your parents to check out the different farm animals that they can print. If you have access, if your parents have a printer at home, that they can do that for you, okay? So here's my horse. And I am going to draw my horse in a barn, and I'm going to put a corral fence. That way my horse doesn't escape. I'm not sure if you guys, I don't think you guys can see that very well. Maybe that's better. So I'm going to draw a corral so my horse does not get out. Okay, make sure that you share with someone. And later this week, I am going to give you guys or show you guys some pictures of when Miss L took a trip to a farm. She was, it's not an animal farm. They don't have a barn. It's more of farming and cultivating. Cultivating means when you plant something. So they plant different things on that farm. But they do have cows and sheep there. So I will show you guys later this week. So make sure that you guys stick around for this week's lesson, okay? I am drawing a haystack here. Horses like to eat hay. I know you can't really see that because it's the color of the paper. I should have picked another color, but here is the haystack. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna draw some water for the horse because it's very important that they have water. I'm going to draw a bin here from where the horse drinks water. Okay. So if I owned a barn, I would have a horse. What would you guys have? Make sure that you guys share with someone at home, and you guys can get really creative. And even if you have different items at home, like arts and crafts items, you can put that on your horse to add a different look on it. Like if I had string, I would put string on its tail and in its mane, so it can look more like hair rather than just the coloring of it. So you guys can get really creative. I did it really short and simple, but this is your farm, and then you can draw a barn. I am sure that you guys have much more creativity than Miss L does. Hi friends, I just wanted to share some really cool fun facts that I learned about some farm animals that I didn't know. So I am learning just like you guys are, and I'm going to go through them really quick, and maybe you guys can do some more fun facts on farm animals or any animal that you guys are interested in. So did you guys know that pigs do not sweat? You know how when we're out in the heat in the sun we sweat? Pigs don't sweat. So you know that they love to roll in the mud, right? So the reason why they roll in the mud is so they can cool off, because they're not sweating, and when we're sweating, we are cool. That's the way that our bodies cool off. But since they don't sweat, they need to find another way to cool off, and that is why they roll in the mud. I thought that was so cool. That was a fun fact. So now a fun fact about goats is that they are really good swimmers. I did not know goats swam, but they are really good swimmers, and their horns, some goats have horns, and their horns grow their entire life. Just like us, our fingernails grow our entire life. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I did not know that. So a fun fact about sheep is that sheep have 2 toes in each foot. So we have 1 toe. We have our big toe on each foot. They have 4 feet. So they have a total of how many? Let's think. So they have 4 feet, and there's 2 toes on this foot, 2 toes on this foot, 2 toes on this one, and another 2 on this one. So I am going to help you count out by 2s. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8. They have 8 toes. Isn't that crazy? I thought that was pretty interesting. And get this. Do you know that ducks' feathers are waterproof? They're always, or most of the time, they're in the water, but their feathers are waterproof. Even if they get wet, water doesn't get into the feathers. I thought that was very, very interesting. And cows have a memory of about 3 years. They don't have very long memories. So like I still remember when I was a little girl, so that was a while ago. Cows would not be, say a cow was 20 years old. Cow would not be able to remember when they were 10 years old, because that's too many years from their age at that moment. So also, cows are able to recognize their names. They don't listen. It's not like a dog. When you call your dog over, that the dog will come. Cows are not like that, but they know their names. So some people own cows and they take care of them and they name them. So they sometimes talk to the cows and stuff like that. So I think that is the way that they know their name, but they just don't listen to you. If you tell them, say that the cow's name is Duke. Hey, Duke, come here. The cow won't come, but the cow knows that you're talking to him. So I thought that was pretty interesting. These were just small facts that I found that I wanted to share with you guys because I thought they were so cool. So maybe you guys can find some more facts and share them with your family. And have a wonderful day. I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.